Oh, hello. Good morning. This is Des Vitek here. I just want to check that I'm got the right microphone. This video, how to use online tools to earn some income online, is actually very closely related to a video I've already done on Facebook. So if you're tuning on Facebook right now, you would have seen something a little bit similar, but I'm going to share a personal story today. And it's something that has a massive impact on my life and has had on my life since last year, and will continue to do so throughout this viral season that we're in right now. We don't know how long this is going to last, but by the looks of things, it's going to be somewhere between 3 and 6 months before things kind of calm down. And certainly, if we look at what's happening with China right now, the amount of new cases, I just looked on the World Health Organization website this morning. It looks like the number of new cases are going down as the isolation measures that have been taken by China are having their impact. And you probably know all that anyway. So rather than emphasize this conversation on the topic of something that we've reached oversaturation point, I want to answer the question how to use online tools to earn income. And in case you don't know who I am, if you're tuning in on Twitter or perhaps you're tuning on YouTube, you may or may not know me. My name is Des Vitek. I've been running my own business from home for the last 9 years. And I first started doing this, 12 years ago. It's 12 years ago this May that I started in business, running my own web development agency and working for a direct sales company. And I've been continuing those things, and I've expanded into launching my own marketing company as well. So during that time, so I'm a pretty busy chap. So what I want to do is just share briefly with you the reason why I'm making this video. There's two reasons. One, it might help you, and two, it's a bit of a news update for myself. So I'll start with a news update first, and then I'll really just share a few ideas that you can use to use online tools to help you grow a business if you've got a traditional business, how to thrive in this time of uncertainty, or how to perhaps pivot slightly sideways into doing new things. And you'll be glad to know this is going to be a short video because I've got a very busy day ahead of me, but I wanted to share this. So what is my news? My news is that although I'm in my early 50s, I am actually self-isolating at the moment, although I wouldn't say self-isolating completely. I'm more social distancing. So I've cancelled quite a few appointments I've had recently. I'm not. Hi there, Julia. Nice to see you. I've actually stopped going to church as well. So I'm watching live stream on our church website, and I'm pretty much, just my closest family members are with me, and that's it. And I might venture outside today just to get some vitamin D. So why am I self-isolating, or why am I social distancing? Well, currently I don't have the virus, but the reason why I'm doing this is because as a result of having a brain tumor last year, which is a bit dramatic, I had a pituitary brain tumor, which is actually, technically speaking, it's close to the brain, but it's easy just to say it was a brain tumor, although it's a bit dramatic. It was a benign growth, I'm pleased to note, and it was partially removed. But as a result of its presence on my pituitary gland, I now have to take daily steroids, and those steroids do make me very susceptible to infection. So I can't be anywhere near anyone who's had chickenpox recently, or is perhaps got a family member with chickenpox. And since COVID-19 is far more virulent and nasty compared to chickenpox, then I've made the decision to social distance. So if you see me around in Bristol where I live, rather than coming over to the same side of the road I am, just walk over to the other side, or I will. And it's nothing personal. It's just I'm just keeping my distance from people as long as I possibly can. And obviously, I'm not in complete social isolation because I'm not, as far as I know, carrying any virus at the moment, although that could change. But I am social distancing myself. So you might think to yourself, well, how's he going to carry on his business if he's doing that? What's going to happen to him? Well, I'm sharing what I'm about to share with you because it might help you, particularly if you don't have the advantage that I have of having several parts of my business already operating online. So, hello, Graham. Nice to see you on YouTube. So basically, what I'm going to share with you very briefly, some of the tools that I'm using, and what I want you to think about is there a way you can use your existing skill set, whatever it is, and offer some kind of training or coaching online. It's probably the simplest thing you can do. And I think the hardest thing for a lot of people is to really believe that they've got something valuable that they can offer other people that people would be willing to pay for. But you'd be surprised. The one industry at the moment which is not really suffering that much from the lack of human face-to-face contact is what I call the information industry. The information industry, in case you don't know, is the likes of any e-learning platform like udemy.com or some others. Gosh, there's loads of them. That'll do. So just look at udemy.com, so udemy.com, and you'll see there are a lot of paid, low-cost paid training courses, get my teeth in, which are helping people to learn some skills in exchange for small amounts of money that's being paid. Now, obviously, the great thing about a digital platform like Udemy is that it's kind of a bit like the marketplace for information and knowledge, and there are lots and lots of others as well. So if you know a few others, then do post them below. If you're on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, then please do just put a comment below the video that you're watching right now and say, oh, you forgot about such and such, because I'm focusing on talking to you right now rather than just thinking. So this stream of consciousness is not allowing me to remember those other things that I've used myself as well. So there are many online platforms. I mean, the thing you can do, you just go into YouTube and type online training platforms or online marketplaces where you can learn things, or online education platforms. Just go onto Google or YouTube and you will find loads and loads and loads of them. So the question you're going to perhaps ask me is, well, how can I offer some training for a skill that I've got, and why would it be valuable to other people? Well, the best way to answer that is just think of yourself. Let's say, I don't know, let's say you're in real estate. Let's say you're an estate agent, and no one's buying and selling houses at the moment because they're all sort of battening down the hatches and buying, a million bog rolls and goodness knows what else to kind of ride out the storm. So not the market for houses is kind of drying up, let's say. I don't know if it is. It might not be in certain parts of the country, but let's say it's drying up. So what can you do that might help some other people to use your skills to help some other people? Well, if you're into real estate, you are probably a fantastic communicator. You're probably a very good listener. You're probably someone who really can pick up on subtle things that people are saying and really engage in conversation with people to help them make a buying decision. Now that is an amazing sales skill. I mean, you probably know that if you're in real estate, but you might be in another job. Let's say you're a nurse. Well, nurses are perhaps not the right category to talk about right now because we haven't got enough of them. But let's say you're in a hospitality industry where you're face to face with people, and you need to be able to really be a good listener, and you need to understand what's behind what a person's saying, and then answer the question behind the question, if you like. Well, those listening skills can be absolutely incredible for people like me who aren't very good listeners. You can tell I'm not a brilliant listener because I'm great at broadcasting, but it's a very different skill to be able to really understand and listen to people and pick up those subtle signals that people have. So for someone like myself who needs to understand how to become a better listener, you've got some great skills that I might be interested in buying. So if you offered a training course on an e-learning platform, and you actually started teaching other people, perhaps offering some free advice on YouTube, like I'm doing right now, and then said, well, if you want some more information, then do contact me at the end, and I can point you in the right direction to find some more resources on how to. So I'm going to do that at the end of this video. So my call to action at the end of this video is to connect with me to find out more details in a way that I can't really offer on a 10-minute video, because that's how long this video is slated to last, if I can see what the time is. Okay, so that's just a very simple, practical example of an online tool, an online platform that you can use in order to actually communicate with a potential audience who wants to learn and understand the skill that you have. And that's just a real taster. I mean, there's literally, I could create a whole product on this whole training course on how to create a training course on using your valuable skills. That sounds a bit like a kind of a Russian doll effect, doesn't it? But I'm offering this to you for free because I want you to start thinking and rethinking about the skills that you've currently got. And is there a way you can use your current skills online, perhaps on some coaching? And that leads to me my second tool, my third tool, because I've talked about two tools already. First one was an online e-learning platform like Udemy, and there's lots of others too. There's one with a lady's name and I can't remember what it's called now, but if you want some more information about those, then just message me. I've got a whole list of them somewhere, so just message me if you want some more information about that at the end. So the second tool was YouTube. So you need a webcam. So I'm actually talking to a webcam right now, and you need to be able to speak into the webcam and communicate your ideas. So you probably need a pen and paper, but you need a webcam and you need a YouTube account. And a lot of people have got a webcam on their laptop or on their tablet or even on their mobile phone. You can do some fantastic videos just by using a mobile phone. Okay, so there's another tool for you. And then if you want to do some more one-to-one coaching, then perhaps, where you want some dialogue going on, then you need to use a different platform. And the one I'd strongly encourage you to use for one-to-one coaching is Zoom, zoom.us. Is amazing because you can do a one-on-one coaching session and you don't have to pay Zoom anything. It's only when you go into groups, perhaps where you've got 3 or more people, they limit you to 45 minutes. Well, actually, that's actually a good thing, isn't it, if you think about it, because you don't want a coaching session to go on for too long. So having a 45-minute time limit for that free group coaching session is absolutely fantastic. So you could actually have group coaching sessions on any subject. You could underwater basket weaving is an example that's often used. So there's lots of things you could do in order to train and teach other people with the skills that you've already got. So rather than me spelling it out for you, I want you to write down a list of the top 5 or 10 skills that you've got. Now, it could be something as basic as I've shared already, which is just listening. So if you're a fantastic listener and you can really pick up on body signals and body language, and you're really good at interpreting the question behind the question, as my simple example I mentioned earlier, then that is an amazingly important soft skill to have in this world, because it can open so many doors for so many people. And the people who realize that they need to be better listeners, they're already looking for someone like you. You just haven't got yourself out there in the marketplace yet. Okay, so I've just mentioned quite a few things here. This is just stream of consciousness stuff. But if you want to reach out to me, so my call to action for this free training video, so I'm doing what I say on the tin, is to reach out to me. Just message me privately on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. If it's on Twitter, you're probably better off going to Facebook. So facebook.com/Des Futak. I'll put that as a link below if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter. Or LinkedIn, because I'm probably going to put this on LinkedIn as well. So if you want to find out more about some of the tools that I use in my business, or you're interested in, perhaps starting a business and you don't know how, and you want to earn some income quickly, because that's probably relevant to quite a few people right now, then I'm actually partnered with a company, a UK PLC, which does have a fantastic offering, helps people in so many great ways, and it's pretty recession proof and virus proof as well, because I'm taking that business online. So if you're interested in any of those things, then please reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to help you. All right, have a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. Stay safe and keep taking the vitamin tablets. And I really mean that. One thing that nobody's really talking about is maintaining your health. So eat plenty of fruit, veg, and vitamin tablets. And I will speak with you soon. All right, bye for now.